For some reason, people ask why my Bible is so big. So let me tell you. Firstly, let me tell you how old it is. It's not that old. It was purchased back in, I think, 1981. And the reason I know the exact date is because I kept a record of every sermon that I preached. So the first sermon I preached with this new Bible was 21st of November, 1981. We put the date differently down under. I kept a record of every sermon that I preached, including Hell's Best Kept Secret, which was originally called Evangelical Frustration. So as I went through the years, I kept a record of each sermon and how many times I preached Hell's Best Kept Secret. There it is, 171 times. Eventually, it got up to 839 times, which kind of drove me crazy saying the same thing over and over. And I was so thankful the audio tapes became popular, and then CDs and took the heat off me, so they did the work for me. Let me tell you why it's so big. It's as you get older, your eyes go. So this is a large print version. Let me show you Genesis chapter 1. That's like a joke. Let me show you what version this is. It's the New Pharisees Bible, Authorized King James Version, 1711. And this is why it's so big. Why did Sepulchre Publishing? Each Bible has been carefully soaked in a bath for a month and then dragged behind a car for 2 weeks to give it that special spiritual look. Like another joke. But the reason it's so thick is because it contains the notes of 70 teaching sermons that I taught down through the years. And at the beginning, you see here a whole stack of notes that I kept, thoughts, quotes, and illustrations. As I began to open air preach for those many years, I would write down quotes and thoughts and anecdotes, and this eventually gave birth to the Evidence Bible. So this Big Mama is the mama, she's pregnant, to the Evidence Bible. And the reason this thing hasn't exploded was because I used to make leather jackets to order for people, and we had this leather glue, and a friend and I poured about 10 gallons of leather glue down the back of the spine here, and so that's as hard as rock. That's the reason it hasn't exploded. So now you know why my Bible is so big.
The Evidence Bible is a reservoir overflowing with everything evangelistic. I couldn't recommend it more highly. It's what you need to defend and share your faith.
When I'm preaching the gospel, I don't like to waste time debating people or getting sidetracked by minor issues. I try to give quick, reasonable answers that are clear and to the point. That's what the Evidence Bible is all about, having an answer as well as a defense against skepticism.
Well, let me ask you, how do you respond when a coworker labels you as intolerant for believing that Jesus is the only way to God? Or how would you answer those who claim that the Bible is filled with contradictions, that evolution is scientific, or that there is no absolute truth?
You'll learn how to answer these objections as well as many others easily and effectively within the pages of the Evidence Bible.
Franklin Graham said, "In a day when Christians are too often silenced by the questions of skeptics, the Evidence Bible will help you be prepared to give an answer." Also commended by Christian leaders such as Josh McDowell, D. James Kennedy, Tim LaHaye, Norman Geisler, and Ken Ham. The Evidence Bible will enrich your trust in God and in His Word. It'll deepen your concern for those who are around you and thoroughly equip you to reach them with the message of eternal life.
The Evidence Bible, available at livingwaters.com or through your local Christian bookstore.